Okay. Basically, data science is we can do some scientific manipulation on top of the data. Okay, scientific process on top of the data. See, nowadays the data is very huge, right? So we are getting the data. We are finally working on data. See, data will be available in the different kind of formats like text data, yes, image
Yes.
data, image data, and audio data, and video data, and sensors. See, like this data is going to be available with the multiple patterns or multiple formats. Okay. But data is getting very, very huge. The data is going to be storing very, very huge in cloud. And previously, 20 years back, 30 years back, data is going to be storing in paper, right? So people are actually storing data like paper works and all. And later, computers came, and later memory cards, small memory cards like MBs, 50 MB. Okay, then data storage is going to be GBs. Like we know CDs, right? CD. You know, anyone know CD?
Yes, sir.
Compatibilities.
Yeah, compatible. So data is going to be storing in CDs, later on DVDs, later on pen drives. Then later on we will be having hard disk and servers. Now the scenario is going like cloud. Google is maintaining cloud, Microsoft is maintaining cloud, and Amazon is maintaining cloud. And there are different kind of cloud technologies which are going to be available. See, all this is over. Okay, data is very huge, and if you want to take decision on this particular data, if you want to predict something on format of the data, so the problem is very, very difficult. See, human can't able to solve the particular problem with this particular lot of data. Then what the data science is actually completely working with machine learning and deep learning. Machine learning, deep learning, all this is actually complete artificial intelligence. See, coming to the artificial intelligence, guys, uh, human power is decreasing nowadays and machine power is increasing. For example, can I ask you one question? What is 2 plus 3?
5.
5, sir.
Okay, so what is 5 into 19?
185.
95.
Okay, what is 131 into 724? See, very simple questions I am asking. So first of all, I ask you a question, what is 2 into 3, right? And later on, I'm asking simple complex, some 15 into 9, right? And later on, I ask like 234 into 466. Okay, so can you say what is the answer for this? 234 into 456. Immediately, you can't, right? You can't. So you are going to be thinking for some time.
Yes,
Okay, 15 into 9 also somebody is thinking. Okay, so our brain power is only that much. Why? Because we can't able to say immediately what is 234 into 456, but machine can able to say. Machine can able to say. Machine can able to give you answer within fraction of seconds, even though you are giving a calculation of 16-digit number into 16-digit also. Am I correct?
yes.
16-digit number into 16-digit number also, machine can able to give you answer very quickly. So that is the machine power. Machine is going to be taking the data, millions of records, and machine can able to give you the solution. For example, I will tell you where is the data science is going to be using. So in the real world, data science is going to be involved in the multiple type of categories like business applications, banking domain, hospitality, and software companies, and manufacturing industry, education system, and this what shopping cart applications. See, can you see everybody using YouTube, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in YouTube, you are going to be searching for Shah Rukh Khan songs, for example. So today you are going to be searching for Shah Rukh Khan songs. Automatically, Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, Khan related songs will come. Predictions. So automatically, recommendation system is going to be working on YouTube, and that recommendation is going to be giving you Shah Rukh Khan related songs or Amir Khan related songs, lot of songs. But it is not going to be giving you Michael Jackson songs. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So you are searching for Shah Rukh Khan or Amir Khan. Amir Khan 20%, Shah Rukh Khan mostly 80%. Shah Rukh Khan will come, but Amir Khan also will come. Why? Because Khan you are searching. So it is not going to be giving you. It is not going to be giving you like a Michael Jackson song, or it is not going to be giving you a Rahman song. Am I correct?
Yes,
Why?
sir.
Because this is a machine learning is. Machine learning is going to be giving you some type of prediction. Okay, that particular prediction is going to be giving you some recommendation. And you know how many people are using Amazon application, Amazon, Facebook.
Yeah.
So in Amazon, yeah, in Amazon, data very huge. Lot of products are there in Amazon. Suppose, for example, guys, you are going to be purchasing a shoe in Amazon. You are going to be purchasing a shoe in Amazon. You already purchased a shoe. So based on your purchase, based on your sale record or whatever the record, different kind of products also recommending to you. Some sunglasses, okay, different kind of shoes, sunglasses, bracelets. Am I right? Why? Because Amazon is going to be giving you some recommendation. That particular recommendation is going to be making you tempt. Okay, may you tempt for sunglass, may you tempt for bracelet, may you tempt for other fashion men. Am I correct? So this data science is givingly completely a tempting market. Okay, this is a one way of data science people can do. One way of categories of applications basically data science is using. And another way of data science, for example, suppose there is one company, a big company I'm taking called Infosys. Okay, so may you know how many people are actually working in Infosys? You know the number, at least something like a lakhs. Am I correct? Lakhs or crores?
Lakhs.
Lakhs of the people working in Infosys. Uh, for example, in the next 2022, Infosys want to recruit people like 0 year and 1 year and 2 year experience and 4 year experience and 10 years experience. Infosys want to take a new employee in 2022. Then how Infosys is going to be planning? How Infosys is going to be planning for recruiting the people or paying the salaries? Can you tell me how Infosys is going to be doing that particular salary prediction? How much salary I can able to provide for the fresher, or how much salary I can able to provide for the 1 year employee, 1 year experience employee, or how much salary can I provide for this particular 10 years employee? See how Infosys can do plan. Any idea? Okay, job sector, how Infosys is going to be planned for this particular giving, Mohammed or Niharika? Any idea?
Yes.
Based
No
based on
problem.
the performance. So based on the performance, I think so. Freshers means they know only things only.
No, yeah, that is okay.
Yes.
But what are the different kind of factors they will think, like if they want to give the job, and how many people they want to recruit? First of all, they need to check what? They need to
Number
check
of
what?
The
vacancy.
performance in assessment.
Yeah, that is okay. So first of all, they need to check how many projects are pending. How many projects are pending? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
how many projects are pending? And one more thing is how many people are may resign in the next few months? How many people? How many people are ready to resign? Ready to resign. Okay, correct. And one more thing, how much budget they have. How much budget they have. Okay. And one more thing is they need to check past records. They need to check with the past records. See how these particular records are going to be working to them. For example, in the 2020, they already recruited people, freshers. In 2020 records, they will check. Okay, so how many freshers they taken, how many 1 year experience guys they taken, and how many 4 years employees they taken, how many 10+ years of employees they taken, and is that profitable or not. For example, in 2020 they taken 10,000 employees, 10 years of experience, 5,000 employees, 4 years of experience, and 3 lakh employee freshers. Is that profitable or not? They will check. So they will check previous records 2020, they will check previous records 2019, they will check the previous records of 2018. Am I correct? They will check the record of 2017. Am I correct? So they are going to be checking the previous records. So based on the previous records, they are going to be planning for the next year. And they are going to be go with the prediction. So nearby, they will go for nearby. Okay, so let me go for 2022 nearby. For example, previous employees 2020 to 19, 18, 17, based on all these particular freshers, and they will plan nearby value for the 2022. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And based on the properties, based on the company properties, first of all they will check how many projects are pending, how many people are ready to resign, and how much budgets they have. All this first they will check, and based on that, what about the data in 2020, what about the data in 2019, what about the data in 2018, 17, even though they will check last 10 years records also, and based on that particular records they are going to be predicting in 2022. Okay, freshers we will take 6 lakhs people, and 4 years experience guys we will take 5 lakh people, and 10 years experience guys also we will take something like a 4 lakh people, something like that. See, they are going to be predicting something. That is what actually a data science is. Okay, for this particular data taking and data collecting and observing the data, observing the particular properties. So human can do immediately all these things. Okay, how much time it will take to human? So to read each and every record from the college, to read each and every record from the particular Infosys branch in Hyderabad, Infosys branch in Chennai, Infosys branch in Nagpur, Infosys branch in Delhi, all these branches they need to check. So first of all, they are going to be collecting the data, and these things this time they can't able to observe by the talking with human, talking with the Infosys director and all. So talking with phones and taking the data, gathering the data is not possible. So everything shareable by the data copies. So that branch is going to be giving the record, this branch is going to be giving the record, and those particular different kind of branches also giving the records, and we taking all the records and taking the value, mean value from all the records and giving the prediction for the 2022. That's it. This is the one way of data science utilization. And I will tell you one more way. For example, one more example I will tell you. A business. For example, Geo want to Geo, you know, right? You people are using Geo SIM.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Geo want to launch a new offer in August 15th, coming August 15th, Independence Day. Geo owner want to launch a new offer for the Geo customers, and how he is going to be launching a new offer? Tell me. How he is going to be launching a new offer? How? Any answer? You can tell me.
Based on usage data.
Yeah. Next.
What what the customer is really wants, what he is using, like if he is
Okay, okay.
using internet.
ఇక మీకు తెలుగు ఓకే అయితే తెలుగులో నో ప్రాబ్లం మాట్లాడండి. No issues.
Okay, sir. No, I'm okay with English. Telugu కొంచెం కూడా.
Okay, so Niharika, how Jio is going to be launching a new offer in August 15. సస్మిత చెప్పండి అమ్మా, పర్లేదు, మీకు ఏది అనిపిస్తే అది చెప్పండి. ఐ డోంట్ కేర్. అంటే మీ ఆలోచన ఎలా ఉంటుంది? జియో ఒక న్యూ కస్టమర్ కొత్త ఆఫర్ ని లాంచ్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నాడు, ఎలా లాంచ్ చేయాలి, ఏమేమి చెక్ చేసుకుంటాడు ఆఫర్ లాంచ్ చేయడానికి?
తనకి లాభం వచ్చేటట్టు అంటే యూజర్స్ కి బెనిఫిట్ అయ్యే విధంగా ఆలోచిస్తారు సార్. ఇప్పుడు చాలా వరకు అందరూ జియో సిమ్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారు, బట్ స్టార్టింగ్ కన్నా ఇప్పుడు జియో ఆఫర్ కానీ ప్లాన్స్ కానీ రేట్ అనేది కాస్ట్ అనేది ఎక్కువ అయినాయి సార్. అంటే అంటే స్టార్టింగ్ లో తక్కువ ఇచ్చి అందరూ ఆ సిమ్స్ వాడడం వల్ల ఇప్పుడు అది పాపులర్ అయిపోయింది కదా సార్. సో దాన్ని బట్టి వాళ్ళు రేట్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేసుకున్నారు.
Okay, so can I tell something? So first of all, Jio is going to be checking internet usage. Okay, so how internet usage is going to be available in the cities? Okay, cities and villages, different countries, towns. First of all, they are going to be checking how internet usage is going to be. Okay, so and one more thing, they will check the customers. They will check customers. How many customers are actually taking the previous plan? So with the previous plan, how many customers are happy? How many customers are happy? How many recharges per minute they are actually having? For example, there is one offer called 3999. There is one offer called 3999 in the Jio. So how many people are going to be tempting for the 3999? And how many people are actually going with the yearly plans? And how many people are going with the 199? How many people are actually going with the 555? See, based on that particular way, they are going to be planning a new recharge offer for 2 days. Okay, for example, only for August 15, they want to launch a new offer. Only for August 15, they want to launch a new offer only for 2 days. Okay, so this particular offer is previous 399 recharge is there, right? So that particular recharge they are going to be providing only for 350 rupees. 350 rupees. For example, this is the plan actually. Only for 2 days they are going to be providing 399 recharge for 350 rupees. So this is a benefit or not, they will plan. So this is benefit or not. For example, previous 2020 and 21, a lot of 399 recharges are there, and based on that they are going to be providing some 350 recharge. Okay, so this is better. Or August 15, 2 days they are going to be giving offer 555 to 500. Okay, so this is already popular. 399 is already popular. Huge number of people taken this offer, but 555 offer actually not going good in users. Not going good in users from last 2 years. Okay, so now GA is going to be planning August 15, 2 days, 350, 399 to 350. This is the better. Or August 15, 2 days, 500. This is better. Which is better?
August 15, 350 rupees is better.
August 16, 2 days, 350 rupees is better. Now,
Yes.
okay. Any answer? Any other? Any answer? Okay. So I'm telling to you. So I'm just taking only 2 examples, but they are actually checking with a lot of things. They are actually checking with a lot of things to launch a new offer. For example, here in August 15 to 2 days 350 offer. Okay, so 399 is already popular. 399 is already popular. 80% people are actually taking, but 20% people are taking 555. But 555 is not popular, right? 555 is not popular. So
Yes.
they want to make it popular, 555. So already successful లో ఉన్న దాన్ని మళ్ళీ పాపులర్ చేయాలని అనుకోరండి. ఎప్పుడైనా ఒక బిజినెస్ మ్యాన్ ఎలా ఆలోచిస్తాడంటే, when it is already profitable, they not go with that. They are not go with that. So which is not getting popular, they are trying to make it popular. They are trying to make it popular. First of all, they are making, this is 500. 500 is actually less, 55 rupees less. And slowly then they are going for 1 week with the 520 rupees. Yes, already 500 వాడుతున్న వాళ్ళు 520 పెట్టడానికి పెద్ద ఇబ్బంది పడరు. So they will go for 520. And later for 2 months they are going with 530. And later they will give 6 months 540. See how the business plan is. They are going to be giving some different kind of offers like this. First of all, if they want to launch some offer, what they are going to be doing is they are actually taking the previous records of the recharges, and where these particular recharges are getting fail. First of all, they are not going to be gather the records of ongoing popular one. They are going to be checking, and you are the data analyst, you are going to be a data scientist, you need to be work on failure data. Why this is getting failure? What is the problem? Finally, the guys, I'm telling to you guys, so finally we have the problem, we need to solve the problem. That is the only scenario for the data scientists. That is the only scenario for the data scientists. There is one problem is there, we just want to solve the problem. How to solve the problem? Data scientist can do. Data scientist, how data scientist is going to be doing? For example, I will tell you one casual scenario. Okay, casual scenario చెప్తాను చూడండి. Previously we have some elections, right? For 2 years back election, that's like. So in this particular election, why Congress dropped in central? Congress central lo enduku drop ayindi? And here in Andhra Pradesh, why TDP down? Why Janasena not getting popular? See, I'm taking a very casual example. So this is what actually the thing is. Ikkada manaki data scientist panikostadu etla, and how they are actually getting popular, and why these people are not getting popular in the last election. Veellaki vote enduku raladu? Why voting not coming to the Telugu Desam and Janasena? Why a lot of voting came to the YCP? That is actually the question. Yeah, this is the big problem basically. That big problem can able to solve with the different kind of things like data. So how to go with this particular data and analyze where these particular parties are good and popular, and what are the different kind of things they are going to be giving. Ante kada. So అంటే ఎక్కడ ఫెయిల్యూర్ జరిగింది, ఫెయిల్యూర్ ఎందుకు జరిగింది, ఆ ఫెయిల్యూర్ జరగకుండా చేయడానికి నెక్స్ట్ డేటా అనలిస్ట్ పర్సన్ ఏం చేస్తాడు? He is going to be picking up the last previous records. First they are going with the high level. First ఏంటంటే కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ లెవెల్ వెళ్తారు, తర్వాత ఏంది సిటీ లెవెల్ వెళ్తారు, తర్వాత పంచాయతీ లెవెల్ వెళ్తారు, తర్వాత విలేజ్ లెవెల్ వెళ్తారు. అంటే ఇక్కడ మనకి పాపులర్ ఉందా లేదా, మన పార్టీ ఉందా లేదా అని చెక్ చేసుకుంటారు. అంటే ఆ బింగ్ అనేది అలా కట్ చేసుకుంటూ రావాలి అంటే దే హ్యావ్ టు డూ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ వర్క్స్ ఆన్ దిస్. దట్ ఈస్ బేసికల్లీ డేటా సైన్సెస్. ఒక ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటుంది and you have to resolve the particular problem with the data science. You know Tesla?
Yeah.
Self-driving car.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you know self-driving car, right? Self-driving car is going to be going a very huge in demand coming years. Self-driving car. And sensors, sensors, right? Number plate recognition, number plate recognition. And now COVID situation is there, and prediction of COVID, how to fight with COVID in the next few months, and how to fight with the COVID in the coming years. See, hospitality data science is very, very important. Even for cyber department, this one data science is very important. Okay. Investigation department also data science is very important. For example, banking, I want to tell you one example with the banking. So in banking, how to check about the different type of customers. So suppose for example, Axis Bank is there. Axis Bank want to provide some housing loans. Okay, Axis Bank want to providing some housing loans. Then how to check with the all customers, who is a reliable customer, who is the generic customer, and who is the fraud customer. See, can you tell me answer? Who is the reliable customer for Axis Bank? అంటే రిలయబుల్ అంటే ఏంటంటే who is investing money in Axis Bank, who is actually putting money in Axis Bank, and who is going to be taking loans from Axis Bank, and who is repaying the money Axis Bank properly, regularly. That is the person, a reliable person. Now, who is the person who is actually a generic person? A person who is not that much taking loans, and who is the person not able to not going to do a lot of transaction with Axis Bank, but with this person we don't have any problem. Why? Because within 1 month, 2 months, he is going to be repaying the credit card bills and loans and all. That is not a big problem with the person. And some person is there, and that person is a fraud customer. Fraud customer is what? Taking loans, taking credit card bill, taking credit cards and using it and not paying that. And who is the person who is not maintaining the minimum balance also in the banks from the last 2 years or 3 years. So this kind of particular persons are actually fraud customers. Okay, Axis Bank want to provide loans to those particular persons, and how this Axis Bank is going to be gathering all the records of the Axis Bank and going to be checking who is good, who is bad, who is worst. A, B, C conditions. How these guys are actually checking with A, B, C conditions. Now we need to take what actually some kind of analytics, right? Without having some analytics, you can't do anything. Am I right or wrong? Suppose this is Axis Bank, guys. Okay, so this is Axis Bank, and they want to check with the records the pattern of ABC. They want to check with the records the pattern of ABC. A category, how many people are there, and B category, how many people are there, and C category, how many people are there. Okay, now they want to provide the loan. How they will provide loan? Tell me. They will go with complete A, they will go with the B completely, and they will go with the C slightly. Can I draw like this? Can I draw like this? Is this good for providing loans?
Yes.
Now they want to give calls, and they want to give calls, and they are going to be tempting them, and they are going to be investigate on these particular people. So A level, A is the reliable customer, B is the generic customer, and C is the fraud customer. Okay, A people completely they will involve, right? And B customer almost 90% they are going to be involving, but for C customers only 10% they are actually putting efforts. 10 to 5%, that's it. Not going to be involving with the loans, and they're not calling for them, and they are not going to be providing the loans for them. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So this is something like a data analytics process and data visualization process. Completely data science is going to be dividing into the parts. Data science is going to be dividing into the parts. I will tell you data science now. Data science is going to be dividing into the multiple parts. The first part is data gathering. The second part is data analytics. And the third thing is data visualization. And next thing is data modeling. In data modeling, we will be having machine learning, deep learning. Okay. In data modeling, we will be having machine learning, deep learning algorithms. Okay, for data gathering is nothing but data is going to be collecting from multiple type of resources. Data is going to be collecting from mobiles. Data is going to be collecting from mobile apps, web applications. Data is collecting from sensors. Data is collecting from smartwatches, and data is going to be collecting from different kind of stores. Okay, so wherever internet is available, wherever internet is going to be available, everywhere data is available. So we are going to be picking up the data from the different kind of things. Okay, so for example, data collecting from mobiles, data collecting from the websites, and data collecting from watches, smart watches, and data collecting from cars, smart cars, data collecting from sensors, data collecting from different type of cameras, CC cameras. You know CC cameras, right? Data collecting from CC camera. Okay, so like this, lot of different gadgets, smart gadgets are there. From all these particular smart gadgets, data is going to be gathering. But whenever the data is coming from the different type of categories, that particular data is called a junk data. What is that data called? What is the data called? Junk data. Junk means it's clumsy data. So whenever the data is going to be gathering like this is the full clumsy data. So I will tell you what is this clumsy data is. So the data is going to be gathering like this. It's a clumsy data. Anyway, raw material came. Anyway, raw material came from the multiple gadgets. This data is actually collecting from mobiles. This data collecting from websites, and this data is collecting from different kind of smart devices. This data is collecting from cameras. Okay. Anyway, data is collected. After collecting the data, first of all, we just want to make the data in the right manner. The right manner is nothing but in the normal order. The data is going to be putting in the normal plain order. So finally, the data is going to be putting in the order. Suppose from mobiles, the data is coming like this. From websites, the data is coming like this. From sensors, the data is coming like this. From cameras, data is coming like this. Okay, so data is going to be arranging in the proper order. That is what actually data wrangling, data cleaning or data wrangling. So this is data gathering. This is data gathering, and this is called data wrangling or data cleaning. This is data cleaning. After this, analytics. Analytics nothing but I don't want all this particular data. I want only few properties of the data. I don't want all the junk data. I want only few properties of the data. I don't want camera data. I don't want sensor data. I want only mobile and website data. I want only mobile and website data. Just take only required data for the data sets. I want only mobile data and website data. Just take a mobile data and website data. Mobile data is there and website data is there. Why? Because for my prediction, sensor data is not required. Camera data also not required for my prediction. Only mobile and web is enough. Okay. For example, we want to predict something from the Facebook. We want to predict something from the WhatsApp. So WhatsApp and Facebook mostly people are using from the mobile and web, not from CC camera data, not from sensor data, right? Am I correct? So we want to give some prediction from the mobile and web. Just take the data of the mobile and web. Remaining data, just delete it. Okay, this is what actually the thing is. And this is called data analytics. This is called data analytics. Okay, so data analytics, nothing but you will be having data cleaning process, and you will be having data visualization process also. And visualize the data in the particular manner with different kind of charts, bar chart, pie chart, line chart, whatever it is. Okay, so there are multiple charts which are going to be available, graphs which are going to be available. Just visualize the data. After visualization, we need to give some machine learning model on this. So whenever we apply a machine learning model on this particular data, so we are going to be applying a machine learning model. We are going to be applying a machine learning model on this particular data. We are going to be applying machine learning model or deep learning model on this particular data. Machine learning and deep learning. Machine learning, deep learning. So when we apply a machine learning, deep learning algorithms on this particular data, that is going to be giving you some type of prediction. Okay, which is the best thing you can go for, and what is the answer and what is the solution for that. Am I clear? So if you want to do all these things, the better you can go for Python programming language. Python programming language is very, very good language actually, guys. Very simple also. Python language is very simple and very, very huge in demand in the next few years, coming next 20, 15 years. This particular Python programming language is very, very easy language, and this is very much comfortable for data science. Very much comfortable for data science and artificial intelligence and AI. Python language is very much comfortable for data science and AI, and better you can go with the Python language. And previously there is one language called R language that is also very, very good for data analytics and data science. People are actually started careers with R language only, and with R language also people can do data science. We can write a machine learning algorithm, we can write a deep learning algorithm using with R. But when Python came into the picture, people are not actually preferring the R language. People are not actually preferring the R language. R is a statistical programming, Python is object-oriented programming.
Yes, sir. But sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Can't we replace R with the pandas, sir? Pandas, matplotlib.
Yeah.
So, sir, won't you be teaching
No.
pandas, sir, in this?
No. I'm going to be teaching Python.
Okay. No, sir. Are you going to teach pandas replacing R, or are you going to teach only R?
No. I'm completely going with Python. I'm not going to be teaching with you R. R is required for you?
No, sir. I don't want R. That's what I had it out.
No. I'm telling actually, R is one language which is already available for the data science in the previous days. But now Python is popular. We don't go for R.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I am going completely. I'm going completely with Python programming first. And after Python programming, I'm going to be giving you some statistics and probability. And probability. How much statistics and probability require, that much I will go. Why? Because I'm telling one thing, guys. Maths plus computer science. Maths plus computer science is data science. What understand?
Yes, sir.
Maths plus computer science is data science. First of all, if you know statistics probability very well, so basics actually, 9th class, 9th standard, 10th standard statistics probability is just enough. Okay, and a little bit algebra, linear algebra and all. I will tell you all these things, no worry.
Okay.
And you start from beginning. You start from scratch. And I also start the particular course from scratch level. May it will go for 3 months or 3.5 months. I don't care about it. So I'm going to be dealing with you statistics and probability, and I'm going to be dealing with you Python programming, and I'm going to be dealing with you machine learning. Immediately I'm going to be dealing with you machine learning. So in Python programming, I'm going to be dealing with you a lot of libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Seaborn. Do you know all these things? NumPy, Pandas, Seaborn.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Matplotlib.
Matplotlib.
Yeah. So these are the different kind of libraries I'm going to be dealing with you. Seaborn and Matplotlib both are actually for data visualization. This is data visualization. And Matplotlib also data visualization. And NumPy, data analytics. And Pandas also for data analytics. NumPy manipulates with numerical data, and Pandas is going to be working with the panel data. Panel data is nothing but a textual data and numerical data combination. Okay, I will show what is the NumPy can do and what Pandas can do. NumPy is going to be work with the matrix. You know matrix, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is matrix? Rows and columns, huh?
Yes, sir. M into
Okay,
M.
so rows and columns, just rows and columns. NumPy means numerical Python. That numerical Python is going to be handling with the numerical data with the matrix type of data. And coming to the pandas working with the panels. Panels are, I will show how panel will be, how matrix will be and all. And coming to the Seaborn, this is the data visualization technique. And Matplotlib also data visualization technique. You can able to see with the multiple type of graphs and all. and then I will go for statistics and probability with a little bit mathematics. Then we will move to machine learning. Machine learning is what? Machine learning is very, very important. Machine learning work with a different kind of library like scikit-learn. Scikit-learn. With scikit-learn, we are going to be working with the machine learning. Machine learning, we are having types of machine learning like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and third one is reinforcement learning. Supervised learning, unsupervised learning, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. These are the three type of learnings which are going to be available. Okay, so for example, I will tell you an example for supervised learning. Okay, so we train machine with input and output. We train machine with input and output. What is this?
A program.
Okay, so for example, normal case చెప్పండి. ఒక స్టూడెంట్ ని ఒక ఫ్యాకల్టీ ఎలా ట్రైన్ చేస్తున్నాడు అంటే, so he is going to be train the student with questions and answers. He is going to be giving questions and he is going to be giving answers, and he is making or he is giving training for the student. In the same pattern, we are actually trying the machines. Okay, so for example, this is the machine, right? So now machine is learner. Now machine is a learner. He is a student. Machine is the student now. Just imagine machine is a student, and the machine, for machine we are going to be providing some algorithm. For machine we are going to be giving some algorithm. For machine we are going to be giving some algorithm, ML algorithm or DL algorithm. For machine we are going to be providing some machine learning algorithm or deep learning algorithm, and this particular algorithm is going to be combination of what? This algorithm is going to be combination of what? Tell me. Python. This algorithm is going to be combination of Python plus maths. This algorithm is going to be combination of two technical skills. One is the Python, one is the maths. Maths is the simple thing, and Python is also simple thing for this. And this machine learning algorithm or deep learning algorithm is going to be giving to the computer. And before applying the algorithm, first of all we should take the data, right? Whatever the data you have, whatever the cleaned data you have. This is actually cleaned data. Let me write like this: cleaned data. Already data is very, very clean. Okay, and we are going to be giving to the machine 70% of the data. How much data we are giving for the machine? So this cleaned data is there. This is the cleaned data 100%, and we are going to be giving for machine only 70% of the data for train. 70% of the data for train. 70% of the data for training.
Okay.
Okay, so we have 100% of data. For example, we have 100 records, but with the 70 records we train machine. With 70 records we train machine. 70% of the data we are going to be providing to the machine, and later when we deploy this algorithm in real time. So this is in the training process, guys. Just understand, we are training a student. We are training a student with 70 questions. We are training with a student 70 questions. But in examination, we are going to be providing 30 questions. Okay, for example, guys, you are the Python students. Right? For example, you people are Python students. So I am going to be training with you 70 questions in Python. And you are going for interview are going to be asking 30 questions in Python only, not from Java. In Python only, interviewer going to be asking you 30 questions.
Yes, sir.
You may select, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Why? Because I am training you with 70 questions and you are going for exam with 30 questions. May it is going to be success. It is going to be giving a proper prediction, proper output for you. In the same
Maybe,
manner,
sir.
in the same manner, we are going to be giving the 70% of the data to the machine for training purpose. This is training purpose. Just imagine this is the training purpose. We are training the machine. Please learn something. Okay, we are the human, guys. We are the human and we are the person. We are going to be taking the data, cleaning data. And before cleaning data, before cleaned data, how data will be? How data will be?
Junk data.
Junk data. First of all, our data is junk data. First of all, our data is junk data. We are taking the junk data. So from the junk data, we apply a data analytics and make it clean. This is having data analytics here. Data analytics here. Data analytics here. With the data analytics, we are going to be making a clean data and we will visualize the data also. After cleaning the data, we visualize the data also. And this is data visualization. Data visualization. Okay, so data visualization is available. I can able to visualize the data, whatever the data I have. Okay, cleaned data, whatever the cleaned data we have, we take a 70% of the data and we train the machine. Now machine is going to be learning. Machine is going to be learning, right or wrong? And
Yes, sir.
junk data is actually coming from the multiple resources. Junk data is actually coming from the multiple resources. This is the mobile, this is the web application, this is something like a sensors or TCC cameras. Okay, so now with Python match, we are preparing some algorithm. So many algorithms are actually there. So many algorithms are there with the scikit-learn and Seaborn, and so many other algorithms also there with TensorFlow, deep learning concept. So what we are doing is finally we are going to be training the machine. We are going to be training the machine
With 70% of data.
yes, with the 70% of the data. Later, what it is going to be? Later, after deployment in the real time, whenever it is going to be good with the 70% of the data, we are going to be deploy this particular algorithm into the real time, real website.
Okay.
Then this is going to be performing well 90%, 90 to 95%. Why? Because this is already trained, right?
Yes, sir.
This is already trained. For sake of example, I'm going to be giving you one simple thing. Okay, so this is the WhatsApp group. Please, everybody go and join for WhatsApp group. Please, everybody join in the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Okay, so here, fine. Yeah. So with 70% of data, machine is going to be training, and later after deployment of this particular algorithm into the real world, we are going to be giving a 30% of the data. Okay, so machine have two type of scenarios. One is the training, one is the testing. Understand one thing. Machine is having 70% with the training, and remaining 30% of the data we are giving for the testing process. See, without testing, we can't able to deploy, guys. First of all, you have to understand. Remaining 30% data remaining, right? Machine already trained with the 70%, and the remaining 30% data we are giving for testing. This is training, this is testing. Okay, so you people know you will be having different kind of exams before the final exams. You know, Republic exams.
Yes, sir. Pre-final exams.
Pre-final exams, you know, right? So pre-final exam is nothing but testing process.
Testing. Yes, sir.
Testing process. Okay, so this is actually training. After training completed, they want to test with 30% of the data. With this particular 30% of the data, this is going to be giving 98 to 99% accuracy. 97, sorry, 95 to 99% accuracy. Should get 95 to 99% accuracy. Whenever we are going to be getting 95 to 99% accuracy, it is going to be giving, then only we can deploy this particular algorithm into the real world. Got it? Understand?
Okay.
Okay, so I have some employee records, guys. I have some records like different kind of attributes like name I have, and qualification I have, and years of experience I have. Okay, so with this particular only 3 records, name is one thing, qualification is one thing, and name is one thing, qualification is one thing, years of experience is one thing. I have only 3 records. With this particular 3 records, I am going to be training the machine. With this particular 3 records, I am going to be training the machine. So after training the machine knows what is the data you are giving. You are giving name, you are giving qualification, you are giving years of experience. Machine already know. Suppose, for example, machine is trained with some name, some qualification, some experience, this much salary, and some other qualification, some other experience, this much salary. Machine already trained. And after that, you are going to be tested with some other different qualification, different experience, remaining 30% data. So when it is going to be giving 95 to 99% accuracy, and then this particular algorithm is get ready for this particular requirements of properties. Okay, in real world, in real website, people are actually entering the qualification and experience, and this will be the different data in the real world. Real world, different data will come. Am I right? In real world websites, qualification and experience is the different data, not your trained data.
Yes,
So
sir.
you are training with different data, and in the real world different, but the attribute is same. Qualification and experience only you are going to be giving. Then automatically machine is going to be analysis, and machine is going to be predict something. Okay, for example, I'm telling to you, whenever we train the machine, 1 year experience guy, 5 lakhs package we are actually giving. 1 year experience guy, 5 lakhs package we are giving. So machine already trained with 1 year experience, 5 lakhs.
Okay.
10 year experience, 40 lakhs, for example. So machine already trained with this data. For example, I'm taking only 2 values I'm giving. 1 year, 5 lakhs, 10 year, 40 lakhs. Machine already trained. Okay, so in real time, some guy is going to be entering with experience is something like a 9 years experience. In real time, the guy is going to be entering 9+ years of experience, and how much salary they want to get predict. Okay, so what machine can say? Machine already knows 1 year 5 lakhs, 10 year 40 lakhs. Now machine can able to give you the answer for the 9 years of experience also. What machine can able to say?
Yes, sir. We can be able to say 9 years experience. And
Yeah,
that's
so
all.
machine can able to understand. Okay, so he had 9 years of experience. Then we can provide, you may get salary like 35 to 38 salary. Machine can able to say. Machine also saying that you may get salary. You may get salary like 35 to 38,000, sir. 38 lakhs, sir. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so is it correct? Why? Because the nearby value it is going to be giving, right? Exact,
Yes,
it's
sir.
not exact value, but machine can able to predict like a nearby value.
Yes, sir.
So this is what actually data science is.
Oh.
I'm just telling only with the 2 attributes. I'm just telling only with the 2 attributes, but in the real time there are a lot of attributes, lot of things will be there. Okay,
Okay.
is it understandable? So
Yes,
this
sir.
is what actually data science is. This is what architecture of data science, how we are going to be doing in the real time. before launching data science algorithm in the web application or mobile application, first of all, we should check the algorithm. That algorithm is going to be properly fit or not to that particular application with that particular attributes and all. We train the data, we test the data, and we prepare the algorithm. We are making ready the algorithm. Then finally, we deploy the algorithm for the website or mobile app. Then it is going to be very good, and it is going to be giving you very good prediction, and stocks will be good. Then automatically business can improve, and he can able to take a proper decision on that. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that is what actually data science is. How the real world is going to be competitive with the data sciences, and why people are actually learning data science is very simple. This is a profitable business. Everywhere data science is going to be getting involved, like web applications and mobile applications, stock market, hospitality, banking sites. Okay, so cybercrime department, police department, investigation department, education department, even in the villages crop field. Okay, so pharmacity, pharmacity is also predicting the new medicine for COVID-19, or going to be how to prevent from the different kind of diseases to people. Data science is very, very important. So anywhere you go, data science will be there. In future, definitely for the next 22 or 30 years, see, data is not going to be decreasing anyway anymore. Data is going to be increasing, right? Definitely data is going to be increasing. I told you very beginning session very beginning, where the data storage will be CDs, right? Starting time, papers, then CDs. Now data is going to be storing trillion records also you can able to store. So the data storage is going to be increasing day by day, minute by minute, second by second, and we can't able to stop this. And data science is definitely required in the every area. That is my last topic for you today. And in the next class, I am going to be giving you very, very clear picture on different kind of examples. What is supervised learning, what is unsupervised learning, and what is reinforcement learning, all these things. And later I will start Python programming starting onwards. So starting, I will teach with you Python, and then I will go for NumPy, then I will go for Pandas, I will go for Seaborn, Matplotlib, and slowly I will move to the machine learning. Then slowly I will jump into the deep learning. In deep learning, we are going to be learning with the multiple frameworks like Keras, TensorFlow. Okay, so Keras and TensorFlow also we will see. And we will go with NLP, natural language processing, how NLP will work. And we will go with the computer vision. This is completely artificial intelligence. See, my course is not actually data science, only data science. My course is completely data science with AI.
Okay.
My course is going to be data science with AI. I'm going to be trying with you data science with AI, not only data science. Am I clear? But for everything, we are learning Python programming first. Without Python programming, we can't move forward.
Okay.
First, we are learning Python, then we will move to statistics and probability, then I will go to machine learning, then I will go to deep learning, and the total course will go for 3.5 months. 3.5 months. 3.5 months. And the regular session is going to be 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes, something like that. And everything I'm going to be providing with you, all the soft copy, all the recorded sessions, everything will be with you, definitely. And for all this particular course, we are using Anaconda Navigator. Anaconda Navigator. Do you know what is this Anaconda Navigator?
Yes, sir.
And this is the web IDE. This particular web IDE we are going to be using for the complete course, definitely. And this is the very nice IDE. I will show Anaconda Navigator right now, how this will be. You people have machines with 8 GB RAMs?
No, sir.
Then, Muhammad, what is your machine?
It's 4 GB. Sir.
No, upgrade to 8 GB. Niharika?
Yes, sir.
8 GB na?
Yes, sir.
Sashmita,
20 GB, sir.
8 GB, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Sashmita, Sushmita.
Shushmita, sir.
Okay, Sushmita,
Yes,
you have 8 GB na?
More than 8 GB, sir. It's 20 GB.
20 GB laptop, huh? No, I'm telling about RAM.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm only talking about RAM, sir.
Okay, 20 GB RAM, huh? Very good. That is very good for data science. Muhammad, do you only upgrade your RAM, okay?
Okay, sir. What are and processor, sir?
Yeah.
What
Processor, no problem. Processor, Core i3, Core i5, everything will work.
Okay.
Okay, so this is actually Anaconda Navigator. First, you people have to install this, and after that, we will go with the Jupyter Notebook. This Jupyter Notebook is very, very comfortable editor, and Web IDE, and where you are going to be working on Python, where you are going to be working on machine learning, deep learning, all those things. So here I can able to create something on top of the desktop. I want to create a new project Python 3. So this is simple notebook actually, guys. In this notebook, I can able to write my Python code very, very comfortable way. Print hello Python, I can say like this, and shift enter, automatically you get output. And I can say 2 plus 3, I can get output, shift enter. Very simple, right? Name is equal to Srinivas. You don't worry, triple E guys, you don't worry, CSE guys, you don't worry. Just learn what I am telling to you. That's it, enough. But daily practice is important. If you practice daily, automatically everything will be yours. A complete data science I can teach you. Python programming, then I'll go with the statistical probability, then I'll go with the machine learning, deep learning, completely everything. And within 2 days, I'm going to be providing with you curriculum, what I'm going to be teaching with you.
Okay.
Just listen classes for 2 days, and within 2 days, I'm going to be giving you the complete curriculum, what I'm going to be teaching with you next 3.5 months. And this is a valuable course, guys. This course is going to be valuable for 1.5 lakh. If you people are actually joining with different kind of online classes and all, they are actually charging like 1.5 lakh, 2 lakh, but we are not like that. So I don't know about the fees. Okay, so this is the way of data science, but I appreciate you people. Why? Because you are choosing a right platform, and this is the #1 platform in the IT now trending in the world. So you search for, if you search for something, Google, open Google and search, ask something for what is the best IT technology in the 2020. What is the best IT technologies? What is the best IT? What is the best IT technology, IT certification, or best IT course in 2021? We are in 2021, right? What is the best IT course in 2021? If you go for Coursera, if you go for anywhere, you can go. And the first one is data science. Can you say this? Okay, so you can go for anything. Anywhere you go, the best IT programming is top and online IT courses. Top trending. Okay, so what is the top 10 online computer courses demand? The first one is data science. Yeah, obviously. Data science, data analytics, artificial intelligence, big data engineering. Definitely artificial intelligence and data science in the first case. And the thing is very, very highly demanded thing. The top online IT courses starting in August 2021. Naukri.com. This is Naukri. Okay, so the one is Python courses, the second is React courses, Angular courses, Node courses, all these things. Yes, obviously we are in Python, definitely, guys. There is no question. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we are going to be starting the session from tomorrow. If you people want to continue and just talk to admin, now admin is there, Amar. You just talk to Amar and just enroll for the course. Tomorrow we are going to be starting with again, we are going to be go with basically what is supervised, what is unsupervised, what is reinforcement, some 2-3 classes only for introduction. And after 2-3 classes, we just directly jump into the Python. Am I okay for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is Anaconda Navigator. Before class, you just install it. After 2 days, you install, no problem. Not right now. After 2 days, you can just install Anaconda Navigator. Anaconda Navigator is the best editor for data science and AI. So thank you, signing off. If you have any questions and queries, ask me, please.
So after completion of course, you will get dropped through your company, or will
Amar will let you know. So how we are actually charging, I don't know. We actually planning for 100% placement.
okay, sir.
We are actually
Through
planning
your
for
through your company, or we should go outside
no.
to get the
From
job?
our company, we are planning. Just you
Sir?
talk to them actually.
Okay,
How,
sir.
how they are actually doing with this.
Thank you so much.
Yes, definitely. Mohammed, any question?
No, sir. All clear.
So I am artificial intelligence certified, guys. So I am certified guy. So I am certified in 2019. You don't worry about me. And then myself, my Srinivas. I've been working from last 12 years in IT industry, in mobile technologies like iOS, Android, web development, artificial intelligence, data science. This is my introduction. You want to go with that? And I'm the trainer for iOS. I'm trainer for data science, artificial intelligence, and I'm trainer for Android. I'm trainer for web development, Python, Django, and I'm trainer for web development, Node.js backend, all these things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this data science course, we will be learning core Python or advanced Python, sir?
Core Python enough. This
Is
data
enough.
science.
Okay.
Yeah, advanced Python required for Django.
Okay, sir.
Advanced Python actually required for Django, but here we are learning Python concepts which are
Yes.
required for data science.
Okay.
Python is very huge. Python for data science, Python for AI, Python for Django, Python for Flask, Python for IoT, Python for blockchain, Python for AWS. See, Python is everywhere. But how much Python is required, that much Python I will tell you.
Okay.
Yes, sure.
Thank you.
But I'm teaching you people from scratch. One more time I'm telling.
Yes.
I am teaching with you people from beginning. I treat you people from LKG. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I treat you people from LKG. Just start with me. And your colleges, all these things are only for examinations and percentages. But this is for your career. Plan it properly, do it properly. Definitely job is yours. I'm sure. And pull your friends and tell your friends also, this is a very, very cheap and best course and very, very good course. The #1 course in the world. There is no question for that. Even Google is also saying to you, Naukri is also saying to you, Monster also saying to you, data science and artificial intelligence is the high demand packages which are going to. And even though colleges also are starting the 3 years course of data science and artificial intelligence, I know, 2020. Your colleges are there?
Yes, sir.
Data science
They are actually starting AI.
Yeah, AI and data science also. In Hyderabad, so many colleges are actually starting with the data science, 3 years diploma.
Okay.
Without CSC, without ECE, without AAA, directly data science 3
Yeah,
years.
directly data science.
AI 3 years.
AI
Engineering.
4 years.
AI 4 years. Engineering, direct engineering.
Yes, sir.
It's a very good opportunity to you people. You people are actually doing like engineering. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So thank you for a lot. And Mohammed, thank you. Niharika, thank you. Sushmita, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We'll meet tomorrow, same time, 4 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Bye bye.
Yes.
Have a great day.